-50 iPhone microphone.
Okay, I'm doing a cooking recording. I'm doing chicken and rice. So first I have to cut the honey, soy and garlic marinade. Because I've got to get into it. And I have then got to check that onto my chicken. So, honey's always been down with chicken, with rice. And set this straight. And this bit shut. God, it's cooking so much.
Timer only. 1 minute start. Timer
I don't know where my phone is. Oh, there it is. That's fine. Okay. I'm making sure this chicken is cooking very well. Now I'm going to set up the rice. I'm going to wash the hands with soap and water. Now I'm going to get a cup of rice into my thingo here. So I'm going to get a cup of rice. I guess that will do. So long as it's a cup, is a cup. Think of that. Oh shit, I never thought of that. Oh no! Where am I going to put that? Just there. Okay, I'm going to get a piece of rice. Okay. That's almost there. Now, yes, hang on, microwave, just wait. Just wait, my dear microwave, just wait. That's done. Now I'm going to turn over my chicken. That's what I'm going to do. Hang on. That's the fun where the breast is to pick it up and turn it over. Hang on. There. There we go. Now, 5 minutes.
1 minute.
Oops,
Tap
hang on.
cancel. Timer only. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes start. Timer only. 5
Now.
minutes.
Okay. That work or not? No, I just get the chicken breast. Didn't pick up the breast. Oh, hang on. Oops. Now I've got it. There, that's better. I got it now. I got it. it does take a while, but you do get it. You can do it. And that's... Oh, hang on. I washed my hands over the fucking rice. Oh no! Shit! Oh no! Does that mean that I've ruined it? Oh, I have to do it again. Oh. I have to really wash this rice now. Oh. I put the rice sieve in the sink with rice in it, and I accidentally washed my hands over the rice. Oh, what a pain in the ass! What a pain in the ass! Luckily I only started and then stopped immediately, and then I turned the hot water tap to the other sink to drop in my hands. What an absolute pain in the ass! I have to clean all this rice off really carefully. Oh, what? Luckily I didn't fully completely wash my hands over this rice, so I sort of started and went, oh, and I quickly turned the tap to the other sink, so I got to it just at the nick of bloody time. Now, chicken. Now I put way too much water into the rice. You don't get to have all that much water in it. You only have some water in it, so that at least it okay. Undo the lid just a touch. And okay. Undo this a bit.
Door open.
Gigantic. And put that in for 20 minutes.
Door closed.
hold on.
10 minutes, 20 minutes start.
Okay.
High power
There we
microwave,
go. 20 minutes. Alright. Now I'm going to turn this over. I love chicken breast, love it. Beautiful, I love it. And when the microwave says that the timer is, you know, counting down to, 10 minutes or something, then I know that's another 5 minutes, and then when it's another, no, 15, excuse me, 20 minutes, 15 minutes countdown, then I know to reset it again. I'm just going to fix up this stupid fucking morsel while I'm thinking of it. And the chicken breast, that's right. That's right. Yep, we've got to fix that up. Then I have to do all of my dishes tonight, so that the fry pan doesn't go yucky all night. I ended up literally brushing my wrist right up against the frying pan, right up against it. Like right up against the actual fry pan. So, going to take some Panadol. Luckily I didn't leave my hand for long because I always pull my hand back immediately, but still that's not the point. I absolutely love honey, garlic and chicken stir fry. I absolutely love it.
Minutes, 34 seconds remaining.
Well, my honey saline garlic chicken stir fry is coming across nicely.
3 seconds remaining.
Put another minute to go on that side of the chicken. Got to cook chicken real well on either side. Very, very, very well. It's going to come out rough. Nearly there. my stove and that has oil all over it.
13 minutes, 59 seconds
Okay.
remaining.
Right. Yeah, cool. Real well. I have got oil all over the floor, like it's literally everywhere. It's literally everywhere. I had a really, really shocking nightmare about my mum earlier, and I don't know why, but, you know,
12 minutes, 29
I
seconds
guess that's
remaining.
just life, I guess. Oh, chicken breast, that's right. Deal with that. I might just leave them in that. How many are there in the packet? There's 1, 2 in the packet. No, I might not just leave them in there. 2 in the packet. Okay. You have to use soap and hot water to clean all the chicken bugs off your fingers. I don't want to get food poisoning. And I dare say if I don't put the chicken in the freezer now, I'm going to have to, it's getting to the time where I might actually have to cook the chicken rather than put it into the freezer. Oh, Jesus. Where the fuck is the... Oh, where's the fucking freezer bag? Where are they? Oh, where are my damn freezer bags? Oh, they're gone. Oh, where the fuck are they? They're gone. I can't find them. If I can't find the freezer bags, then I'll have to cook my chicken. I don't want to do that, but I'll just have to. Oh shit, there we go, I found them. Found the bastards. Found the fucking bastards. Now, oh, hang on, I need to turn the chook over. Wait, turn that over. There we go. Right. Now, that one. That's there. So that's the rubbish thing. Wash my fingers real good. And I'm going to do something that I'll never done before. I'm going to label that game chicken. Because if I don't put it in the freezer right now, within the next 10 minutes I'm going to have to cook it. So, I'm going to put 2 chicken, 2 chicken breasts. Hey Siri, what's today's date? Oh, why won't it speak to me? Fucking phone, I hate this bloody thing.
8:44 p.m.
Fuck off, I don't want to know the time, you cunt.
Home. Messages. Messages. No. Clock. Calendar. Wednesday, the 31st of August.
31st of
Page 1 of
August.
2. Adjustable. Page 2. CMAI. Blindfold pyramid. Recorder HQ.
Oh, fuck this phone.
Set it. Recorder H. Button. File. Stereo. iPhone. Minus. Pause. Stop. Button. Core. Minus. iPhone micro.
That's fine. Fucking bastard won't even use Siri. 31st of August. 31st. August. And I'm going to put 22. There we go. Now I'm going to cut that off. So where are my scissors? Tip over to. Where are they? Chickens in white. I'm sure it's going to be a little bit. A little bit of that. A little bit of that chicken yum. Very good food. The fucking braille label and sticky paper in its cardboard folder thing. Because, you know, it kind of helps it a little. try to take that off, not to there a bit. Then I'm going to cut along there. Don't want to get into the braille. Okay, I'm just going to cut that. And that's good. Now, I'm going to put that on my plastic bag of chicken breast. So it's right here. And I'm going to make sure that I get it on there. So, really thick labelling, which is great things actually. Take all that off. And then get the sticky paper off. Okay, I've got it. Now, to me, it doesn't matter so much that the fucking label is a bit crooked. It matters that I can read the braille. There's a lot of space on the bottom, but that's not really the point of this braille label. The point is to know what I've got. So I'm going to gently stick it down. So I've got 2 chicken breasts, 31 or 2022. So 22 basically. Now, I'm going to gently wrap that up like this. Hang on. Like this. Then I'm going to put it into another freezer bag. I'm going to turn that over. Hang on. Actually, another freezer bag, that'll defeat the purpose, but hang on.
Remaining.
Alright. Now, I think that chicken will be fine the way it is. I'm just going to grab it. And it's got this braille labelling on it, so I can find it. I can feel it through the bag. So, you know, it'll be fine. I'm going to put it in here. So then at least I know what the braille labelling is. Right. At least I know what I'm dealing with. Oh, yes. Then I'm going to let the rice sit for 2 minutes and then I'm going to deal with the chicken after that. I'm going to deal with the dishwater as well. I'm going to deal with it right now. As I speak. Have it fixed up. 2 minutes, and then I will check it. In the meantime, I'm going to be dealing with these dishes. Oh, there's dirt in there, Mum. So there's definitely dirt in it. So many dishes all over the place here. There. Yeah, really in need of fixing up. Now I'm going to cook as I go, I think. Cook as I go, that's what you call it. Actually wash the dishes, you know, as I cook, that's how you do it. I'm going to turn off the frying pan. I think it's well cooked. That's, where do I put in that one? Right in here. So I'm going to put my microwaving metal thing on in there too. Alright. Detergent. Alright. Alright, get that all set up. Alright, put all these dishes away now. So I can start the new loads. Yep, start the new load of dishes. I'm going to start cleaning my dishes, at least, you know, to get started. And then flip over this cup. It's not sitting under the dishes. There it is. There it goes. And start really washing here. And then I can let that chicken cook to a pulp. There we go. That's, yeah. So the chicken's pretty well cooked. Yum. I absolutely love a good cooked chicken breast. Fried to a crisp on both sides. Yep, it's beautiful when it's fried to a bloody crisp. Oh, there's filling all around the edges of this flaming fucking mug, and I have to use the bloody stupid scourer to get it off. Oh, shit. Jesus. Oh, fucking dishes, I hate them. That's the only problem with cake in a mug. You've got to really clean the mug afterwards. And sometimes I find that when I go to put my dishes away, the mugs aren't cleaned properly. And I'm like, you fucking bastard, I thought I had that washed. You bloody fucking bastard. And it was, at the very bottom of the mug, there was like flour or cocoa and egg caked onto this. I'm like, you fucking thing. Urgh. Okay. Clean out the strain. Yep, sometimes rice really does get stuck in the bloody mongrel thing, and I have to gently but coax the fucking stuff out. Mongrel stuff.
Do not disturb. On.
Yay, do not disturb, switched on. Yay, switched on! Because then I can eat my dinner and I can go to bed really full. Oh, this fucking mug has got something cake on the very bottom of this fucking yucky thing. Get off. There we go, I got rid of this. Oh, shit. Oh, you fucking asshole. I hate these bloody stupid, what do you call them? Those damn strainer sieves that you use to strain tea bags and other types of stuff that needs to be strained off. It's like, Jesus. Oh, God. Okay. Doing all these dishes, there are so many of them to do. There are fucking stacks of them. Bloody fucking stacks of dishes. Oh, this is bullshit. Stacks of these fucking knives and forks to do. Oh. God. And now that I have fresh milk, I can use long life milk for coffee if I want, and use normal fresh milk for my cereal, just to say, hey, I'm drinking the long life milk, but I'm not wasting it either, because it's yuck. I hate long life milk. Ugh, yuck. It's disgusting. Oh, there are so many stacks of things in here to get done. Oh, Jesus. Oh, these damn annoying dishes. might have to take one of my Nurofen pills. I think you got to wait for 2 hours, 3 hours after taking a magnesium, or 2 hours before taking magnesium to take Nurofen, I think. So I'll take my magnesium and iron now, and then I will deal with it in about 2 or 3 hours. If I don't wake up, I won't worry about it. If I do wake up, then I will take one. Because at least I know how to deal with it now without getting sick. So now, time to get a bowl out, a big bowl. Time to put my chicken breast in there. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, it's burnt to a charcoal. Yum. Beautiful. Time to get my chicken breast. Put the fucking thing in there. I love it when it's burnt to a crisp. And then, I've got a bit left on the... Oh, I just touched the hot pan with my fucking wrist. Is that? Yes, that is a bit of hot chicken that's got stuck on the fucking... peel it off. I like the burnt bits of chicken that's on the bottom. I like all those little bits. I want to get it. Where is it? Oh, bugger it. I just have to... Oh, I found it. Found it. Okay. That in the sink. And put that. I'm going to give it a quick rinse out. It's like putting it in the very bottom of it. Okay, now I'm going to lay that along the sink. Let it soak a little bit. Yep. Now, got the chicken there. Chicken. I've got the stove switched off. I'm going to get the rice out. And yeah.
Door closed.
Lid in that sink. Yes. Plastic rice spoon. Right. Oh yeah, this rice is pretty good. And I'm going to tip all this rice into my bowl on top of my chicken. Oh no, wait, stop. Yeah, that's better. I nearly got the rice everywhere except in the bowl. So, got that out. I'm going to place it gently on the side of the stove, so not like in the actual stove, but like on the side. Now, I'm going to put that here, and I'm going to clean up, because that'll give my chicken enough time to cool off. So, we'll bring this over to the, hot, that was really, really hot, guys. Be warned, when you cook a meal, it's going to make you howl like a dog. It is so hot. It's going to make you howl and cry like an animal. Oh my God, it is boiling. Now I'm going to clean up this fry pan and the rest of my shit. The rest of my bloody shit as well. Oh, that food is hot. Well, now that chicken turned into like a charcoaly type stuff on the bottom of the fry pan. Clean that off. Come on. Come on, scrub off. Honey soy and garlic chicken turns into like charcoal. Oh, this thing is completely burnt on. Oh, shit. Ah, it's burnt to a crisp on the bottom. It's burnt to a bloody crisp. Oh, burnt to a crisp. I think I should have waited till later to add the honey, soy and garlic chicken. I should have honestly waited till later, but I didn't. Oh God. At least like the bottom of it burns and it leaves you with chicken that's got charcoal burnt flavour to it. It is, yeah, yum, but it's a fucking mess to deal with. It is an absolute fucking mess. I've got burnt stuff all over the bottom of this fry pan. Burnt. Oh God. Got burnt stuff all over it. Ah, can't get it off either. Oh, I can't get it off. Oh, I can't. Oh, I get that off. Burnt. Oh. I think maybe I need to cook the honey, soy and garlic for less time. Well, that's alright. I know I can cook the chicken for 10 minutes and the honey, soy and garlic I can fry for 10 minutes instead of for half an hour. I will deal with that the next time I make chicken breast. Oh no, I can't get the rest of that off. How do I do that? How do I get it off? Oh, that's how you get it off. You scrub it really hard. You just scrub it real hard. Oh, yuck. Oh, yuck. It's not coming off at all. It's weird. It won't come off. I probably cooked the chicken, not the chicken, the honey, soy and garlic for too long. But it's still absolutely beautiful. I'd have to soak this bullshit fucking fry pan. Soak the bastard. That's bullshit. Oh. go, it's finally coming off. Finally, it's coming off. You just have to scrub it very hard until it comes off. That's what you do. Oh, get off! Oh, the stuff has really burnt onto it, hasn't it? It's really burnt into it. Oh, now that's... How do you get it off? Until you really back onto it. Back on! That's me scrubbing my frying pan very hard because it's all charcoal stuff on there. It's all the charcoal stuff. I got most of it. I got most of it. There's a bit more there. Where is it? It's just there. Jesus. Alright, now I'm going to use the cloth to really wipe it off. There is charcoal and stuff stuck on the cloth too. Because oh, it is everywhere. Hell, why is it? This cloth is full of charcoal now. It's full of charcoal. It is honestly full of charcoal. Ouch. Charcoal shit. There we go. There's probably maybe a tiny little bit of charcoal somewhere, but I've got almost all of it off. So that is the good news. That is the good news. It's not going to cause food poisoning anymore because I've made sure that I've got most, if not all of it off. Okay. And now the chicken should be cool enough to eat without going ouch, 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 ouch when I'm eating. Well, I've got this one cleaned up pretty good. There's a bit of scrub that off with the fucking bloody stupid German scourer. Oh, I hate it when the dishes get so friggin' muddy. God. It's so fucking dirty. Right. That's done. Yep. friggin' thing. Now I think, oh, Mother of God. Mother of God. There we go. Gave it a good hard clean up. And she's pretty good. Pretty good in my book. Well, I've given a very hefty go at these dishes. And it's full of charcoal, it's full of dirt stuff. You know, because when I cook stuff until it's crispy and burnt and yummy and and crunch, 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 Oh well. Oh well, I've got a huge amount of stuff clogging up my kitchen sink. Yeah. And I got the dishes done tonight because that stops all of the filthy guts from getting around, and then I have to clean up using disinfectant wipes soon. I have to really give this place a clean up. We'll do that soon. And I will see how this food actually tastes. I mean, it should be beautiful, but you know, I guess we'll find out. Hey, we will find out. And that's my labelling paper and thingo and scissors. Let's give this a go. Oh, I love chicken with rice. I love it. Oh, it's a fork. Crispy fried chicken and rice, yum. And you only need one chicken breast. Just one. This is beautiful. I microwaved my rice for 20 minutes too. Use one chicken breast or two chicken thighs. Yum. I'd rather eat my chicken overcooked than undercooked, and my serving of rice is 1 cup of cooked rice, or if I'm having a gigantic bowl of veggies as well, I use half a cup of rice. I cook half a cup of rice with a gigantic bowl of veggies, and I cook 1 cup of rice if I'm just having like chicken or beef with it. If I was going to have broccoli and cabbage and that with it, I would have only cooked half a serving of rice, not the whole cup of rice. Yum. Beautiful. Yum. So, I am definitely doing a recording on the weekend, and I'm definitely doing a recording next Saturday, as I've had several personal discussions with workers so that we know what we're doing when I go to the doctor, and now that's over. I absolutely love crispy fried chicken. And I do believe you can fry chicken breast with this Tandaco chicken seasoning. You can literally fry that. It's fucking beautiful. And the next time, I'm going to thaw out my 2 chicken breasts and make a little serving of stir fry so it lasts for 2 days. Oh my god. Yum. Now the rice has the taste of the chicken and honey soy and garlic. Oh, yum. Oh, guys, if you haven't tried it, put a piece of chicken breast in your frying pan and cook it for half an hour. Make sure the frying pan is piping hot and set it at, fix it at a temperature and leave it for half an hour. And you got to turn the chicken about 6 times to make the both sides cook evenly without burning. Because if you cook it for 15 minutes on one side and 15 minutes on the other, that will force the heat to physically burn through the chicken rather than just cook it. It's just how heat works. It's just the way heat works on food. You got to keep moving it about so that the heat cooks it without actually burning it really horribly. This is freaking lovely. I'll definitely cook the honey soy and garlic stir fry a little bit less next time because it is really yum, but it did burn to a crisp on the bottom of the pan. It like fully burnt up. The other thing I have to fucking do now, when I get an Optus bill, I have to pay 2 bills at once so that I don't have to worry about paying a bill every single month, just so that I can pay for electricity and medical stuff. Because doctors are starting to fix up my skin with bloody procedures and cream and all this shit, and now I have to fucking pay for all that. So now instead of putting the bills on hold, I'm paying it early. I'm literally paying it early. Because when I get another monthly bill, that's sorted as credit rather than a payment. I'm like, yep, I can then use that spare $60 for clothes and hygiene products and medical stuff. Oh, I also have to get a stupid refund on the Bostik Blue Tack as well because it didn't turn up. I'm going to get that refunded because then I don't got to worry about it. is a 10-pack of Blue Tack that never fucking arrived. That has really pissed me off. Unless, I don't know. I have to check, but I'm sure I didn't receive it. I'll check. Anyway. I know I got all those notepads, which are really good, by the way. I'm going to get stacks of them. More of them. This rice is fucking beautiful. I could eat this chicken and rice forever. It is so good. I'm trying to think of what else I was meant to be saying too. Something I was gonna. Oh, that's right. I'll be getting another long sleeves top next week. And I don't know why everyone keeps donating Miller's clothes. It's like most people hate Miller's, but then I don't like all their Miller's tops, but some of them are lovely, and I'm like, if I find it, I'm keeping it. It's finders keepers. Maybe most people hate that square look across their body, but if it's a really nice top, it compensates for the squareness of the neckline really well. I like it. I think next time, to prevent burning of the honey soy and garlic chicken, I'm going to start cooking the chicken, and then after about, say, 10 minutes, I'll add the stir fry sauce. It is very nice, and I've pretty much decided that Aldi is really shit. I don't go to Aldi anymore. I think they're crap. I don't like them. They don't have anything I want. Yeah, they've got fruit and veggies. They got meat. Like, if I want to get meat, I can go to Aldi to get it on special. That's fine. But I'm not going to get everything from Aldi, because most of it's shit. You know. And I'm gonna reserve Coles Online for if I can't get workers to take me shopping, I'm sick or they're sick, then I'll use Coles Online. And I'm going to make sure that the workers know that too. Like, they can't just tell me, oh, we don't want to help you do grocery shopping when you can do online shopping. It's like, but I can't do online shopping. If I could, I wouldn't be having these arguments. Anyway, I'll be recording next week and this weekend because I won't have as much personal shit to talk about. I will be doing a friends only video on Tuesday, only for friends, so most people are not going to see it. So, trusted friends, get ready for this video. I must say, cooking that honey, soy and garlic till it goes charcoal is very nice, but it's a fucking mess to clean up. So, next time I'm not going to add the honey, soy and garlic stir fry immediately. I'm going to cook the chicken for like 10 minutes. Then add the frickin' stir fry sauce. Fucking beautiful. I do believe you can use fresh honey to make your own honey, soy, garlic sauce for chicken as well. It would be beautiful. But store-bought stuff is just as nice if you don't want to make it yourself. Beautiful. I highly recommend honey, soy, garlic chicken with rice. It's easy to make and it is your best feed. Like, okay, this vaccine has made me sick, right? But I'm still happy to eat this rice, even though I feel sick, I'm still eating. That's how yummy it is. If it was anything else, I would have gone, nah, I feel crook, I don't want to eat tonight. But if it's chicken and rice, no, I'm not so bad anymore, I'll have some. Like, it was funny when I was at the hospital in December and they went, you want something to drink? No, thanks. You want a cup of tea? Yes, I'll have a cup of tea, thanks. You want anything with porridge? Nah, feel crappy today. Want a cup of tea or coffee? Oh, cup of tea, thanks. And I still drank the cup of tea. I just wasn't hungry enough to eat a dinner roll with my porridge. I just couldn't eat it. That was so good. That was just amazing. Yeah, I highly bloody recommend this. If you feel really sick and need to throw up and that, and you have rice and chicken, it absolutely fixes it. Every single time I report feeling like stewing up and that, the doctors put me straight on to chicken and rice and say, oh, just have that before bed and don't eat nothing, you know, overnight until morning. Just have, you know, chicken, something for lunch, fish and chips or something, because fish and chips is good for a sick stomach as well. Always has been, always will be. And then overnight you have, well, not overnight, but at night time you have chicken and rice, and then that's all you eat until morning to rest your stomach. And it is the best way to get rid of a nausea then. It is really good for you. And apart from feeling really crappy, I didn't have a high fever or anything before the vaccine. Didn't have a high fever, nothing like that. Oh, now I have to clean up. Oh, I hate cleaning up. I hate it. Oh, I can't stand it. Oh, I have to clean up. Oh, I hate this. So yeah, the doctors made sure I didn't have a high fever along with my nausea feeling, and I went, no, I just feel sick. So I had to eat fish and chips because that's my go-to when I'm not well, and then chicken and rice for tea tonight, and nothing more. No sandwiches, no other stuff like that until, you know, I wake up and take my medication in the morning. So I have to stop eating overnight. I can have a cup of tea, you know, peppermint tea, but I have to sort of eat anywhere between 7 a.m. and maybe 10:30 p.m, 11 p.m. Then I've got to spend 8 hours without food and then go back onto food. So yeah, the doctors are like changing up my eating habits a little bit so that I don't feel really crappy during the day and my stomach doesn't go and make me feel like, you know, sick. Which I didn't know that eating snacks overnight, you know, between 1 and 3 in the morning can make it worse. So now I've had to fix that by just having cups of tea overnight. So only like peppermint tea, green tea, black tea. So just no coffee. And apparently, well, hot chocolate to me is okay, but it's got to have no actual food substitute, so no milk, nothing. It can only be beverages without any kind of food substitute whatsoever. So like, coffee, for example, is both a food product and a beverage. Tea, well, you're not going to eat the tea leaves, so it's just a beverage. So long as you don't add honey and milk and all that to it, and coffee is considered a food product because people can eat coffee beans. So they say that you shouldn't eat after, everyone's different, but They say everyone should have an 8-hour window of no eating whatsoever. Drinking is okay, beverages. Beverages that don't include food substitutes like honey or milk. So no food at all for 8 hours, only liquid. So no soup, no coffee, no tea with added stuff, no sugar, no milk, nothing. And the doctor's probably right, because, you know, when I finished there, I had to go and get some chicken, and I've got a whole lot of rice there, so I might end up cleaning up the stove later, probably in the morning.
Stereo. M4. iPhone. -1. Pause. Stop. Button.
So, from now, which is, what time
Michael
is
Hopper.
it?
Messages. No. Clock. 9:55 p.m.
It's 9:55 p.m. I literally can't have nothing whatsoever now until 7. 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can go without food
9:56 p.m.
for up to 8 hours. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm allowed to eat by 5 a.m. in the morning. I'm allowed to eat. I don't have to wait till 7 a.m. to eat. I can literally eat before then, but it cannot be before 5 a.m. And if I finish eating let's say I finish eating at 11 p.m., I literally can't start eating. I can't prepare food. I can prepare someone else's food, but I can't eat. I can't put food into my mouth until 7 a.m. So because I ate earlier than 11, I can eat by 5 a.m, but if I can handle going hungry until 7 a.m, I can. But the doctors tell me not to try to wait any longer than 8 hours without any type of food whatsoever for at least 5 days out of every week. So if I happen to go to bed on Friday night at 11 and I wake up to take my medication at 7 and then I sleep until 10 to eat on Saturday, that's not a problem. But I was told not to do this every single day of the week. So between Sunday morning and maybe Friday, I have to eat food every 3 or 4 hours and then have an 8-hour space of no food whatsoever. And then maybe one day, like Saturday morning, I don't have to eat till 10 or 11 because it's one fasting day where I can go anywhere up to 12 hours without eating. So one or two fast days is okay. But they found out about my religious exploits, didn't they, the motherfuckers? Found out about my religious fasting thing, and I never told it. Hey, guess what, everyone? I'm fasting. Clap, clap, clap. No, I don't brag about fasting. I just say, oh, thanks for offering. I'll have some food in a couple hours because, you know, I'm still waking up. It's 9 in the morning. And I'm just going, I gotta kind of go without for 12, 14 hours just because I'm hungry, but I'll eventually eat and I don't care what anyone thinks. I just eat when I feel like it. Well, some smart bitch found out about that and said, you need to stop. You need to eat, you know, if you have 1 or 2 fasting days per week for 12 hours, 12 to 14 hours at most, no longer than 24 hours, preferably no longer than 12 hours. But if you really have to fast longer, you can go up to 24 hours, but no longer. But that's desperate circumstances. That's like, oh, I'm doing this because I'm on a hunger strike and I'm protesting. So, I'm only allowed to have 2 12-hour fast days per week, and every other fast day is normal 8 hours of no eating at all overnight, and the rest of the time it's eating every 3-4 hours. So that gives me about 4 meals, four or 5 smallish feeds a day, and that apparently reduces nausea as well, and vomiting and stuff. So after what happened this morning when I thought I lost my phone, and then I felt nervous and, that over the vaccine, and then I felt like really spewing up. And then my support worker and them were like, when did you last eat? I'm like, well, somewhere around 2 a.m, because I was freaking out over, I can't see the dark, but I can sense it, and it fucking scares me. So if I spew, there'll be bread and promite and pineapple and heaps of stuff that would just be sitting there in my intestines somewhere, waiting to go down to be crapped out the next day, or if I get sick enough, I'll just spew it all back up. So if you see anything black, it'll be last night's dinner and over the early this morning's breakfast. And everyone went all silent like, oh God. And probably coffee as well, because I drink a lot of coffee. So after that episode this morning, I'm no longer allowed to eat overnight. I can have any beverage that does not have a food substitution. So stuff that you wouldn't usually... For example, you don't eat tea leaves, you make them into a beverage. You can eat coffee beans, but they're usually ground into a beverage, so coffee is considered food. When you have soup, it's considered food because it's got stuff in it that is ground up into nothing. It's soup, but it's a food substitute. It's both a beverage and a food. So I can't have anything overnight that is considered both a drink and a meal, food. It cannot be food. It can only be clear like water, black coffee, because who eats black coffee beans without cocoa, When you buy coffee beans to eat, they've got to have chocolate on it, or, chocolate coated coffee beans or something. You wouldn't just eat a black coffee bean. Ugh. So I could have black coffee, but it's got caffeine, and I don't drink decaf coffee, so I can't even have that overnight. So I can't have caffeinated, or I cannot have any beverages with caffeine, and I can't have any beverages with food or substitution foods. So no milk or egg or honey or, no cocoa powder, because that can be eaten. You mix it into cake, you mix it into stuff and you eat it. None of that whatsoever. I'm done until 5 a.m. At best, with the fasting days every single day of the week, you can go for 9 hours without eating, but 9 hours is the maximum for a regular meal schedule every day of the week. And to go past that, you can only do it once or twice a week. But some Missy Smart Genius found out about my constant fucking, I'll eat regularly, I'll eat regularly for 12 hours. Healthy food, sandwiches, whatever. Not a lot of sugar. There is a bit of sugar, but not like heaps. And I'll occasionally splurge on junk food every couple of weeks, maybe, a bit of sugar. But I then go for 12 hours on a daily basis, no food. okay, there'll be coffee and hot chocolate and food substitutes, sure, but I tend to not physically eat for anywhere up to sometimes 16 hours, sometimes, because it's like, oh, bugger it, I'll just make a coffee and read for 2 hours. Then I'll make a cup of tea and have a sandwich, but then I need to play games, and then I'll finally have a regular meal at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and another regular meal at 9 p.m. And the doctors are like, you can't do that every day of the week, every single day. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. So now, after today's episode, me and my support worker had to buy food, and I said, even if I don't feel like eating it tonight, I have to wait until I'm hungry enough and then cook it anyway. Because I could have successfully just had 2 or 3 sandwiches, but I needed something, I needed rice, I needed something that would last for the entire night. Otherwise, I'd go, wake up at 3 going, fuck, it's not 5 o'clock in the morning yet, I'm starving, and I can have a cup of tea, I can have black tea, green tea, honey and lemon tea. It's sort of a bit of a food substitute, but it's made so the honey flavour has probably... There's not enough... Take it this way. When you get out a honey and lemon tea bag, there is a small amount of honey in it, so you're kind of eating, but you're not getting an actual... You're not getting a meal replacement. There's only just enough honey in it to flavour the beverage. It's when you go adding stuff to your beverage, you decide you want to add another 2 tablespoons of honey. You want to add another, spoon of sugar. You want to add another, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice because you want strong lemon taste. That's when you turn the beverage into more of a food and a beverage. If it's overnight and you're not allowed to eat and they give you a cup of tea and it's got lemon and ginger in it, that is just enough for that tea bag. It's not enough to give you an actual food replacement. Whereas if you make hot chocolate, cocoa with bloody milk and sugar and shit, then you're kind of adding a lot of food substance into your beverage. So then when you drink it, you've had both a feed, like a meal, and a beverage. It's not a solid meal that you've had to chew and swallow. It's liquid. But there's too much food value, so your stomach has to digest it like it digests food. And if you just have a tea bag with honey and lemon, there is a minimal amount of digestion anyway, but it doesn't have to digest a lot of stuff for an hour or longer. So the most minimal amount of food possible overnight, none if possible. If I start to get a massive headache come on, and it could be high sugar, it could be low sugar. The doctor will have to do a fasting test to find out if my sugar does drop really low. But let's assume that I get a massive headache overnight and I want some Panadol, then I might have to have something like a couple of biscuits and a hot chocolate to knock off the migraine a bit. If I have to do that, I have to do it. But the doctors are hoping that eating a lot more rice at night time and eating a lot of protein and that before bed will stop my sugar levels from fucking up when I'm not eating, which will cause less migraine headaches. Because sometimes your sugar levels, when they fluctuate too much, can bring on a really terrible headache. So, if I just have a wholesome meal before bed, besides eating a few times a day, I might occasionally have to have a hot chocolate overnight, but no actual sandwiches and main meals and crap like that. And I have to try to not have a hot chocolate or, a food substitute type beverage that's also considered food. I can't have that every single night of the week. Just on really, really, really specific, desperate occasions where I feel so sick that if I do eat, I could vomit, but if I don't eat and I do spew, I'll be in a lot of trouble. So that's when it's like, get out a Hydrolyte or a Gatorade and eat something. Or if it's just like a really bad headache, but I'm not feeling really sick in the stomach, it's just a nasty headache, then maybe, on the odd occasion have a snack. But, once every couple of weeks maybe I could snack overnight if I'm very desperately, my stomach's playing up and I have a headache and I'm really hungry and I feel like I can't even sleep, and I could take antacid tablets but they only last a few hours, 2 or 3 hours. So it's like if I eat, then I don't take antacids, but I eat instead. It makes my stomach better for a lot longer. So we're trying out some new dietary rearrangements. We're rearranging my food intake times, I guess. We're rearranging it to see what works and what doesn't, and then we'll go from there. There is a possibility I may have to go on to some stronger medication. But until we test for at least a month, my new dietary arrangements, which is no food substitutes overnight, only beverages that aren't considered food. It has to be water or, tea, whatever tea I want without anything added. No hot chocolate, no cocoa, nothing. And maybe on the occasional night where hunger is causing an intense headache and I feel like spewing, maybe if I make a sandwich with a cup of tea, that will calm it down. But just so long as it's not each night, it's more like every several weeks or something. Go for, say, 2 weeks without having any food overnight, and then one night I'm just like, can't do this. And instead of making 4 sandwiches, have one. One sandwich and a cup of tea and no hot chocolate, just tea. And then another night in, say, 2 or 3 weeks' time, I could say, no, I'm not having a sandwich. I'll just make 1 mug of chocolate and 1 mug of tea. Hot chocolate, and 1 mug of hot tea. Just to have a lot of fluid and a little tiny bit of, because hot chocolate can be considered, food. So if the snacking overnight is only every several weeks and not much food, really light, crackers and cheese, 1 sandwich, 2 or 3 crackers with a bit of cheese and tomato, like really super light snacking overnight every several weeks. So maybe once every fortnight, and no more than once a fortnight. And keep the light snacks for I feel super sick and I can't wait till morning to eat. That's what the doctors are looking at. And if that works, If that works, I won't need extra medication. If that does not work, I'll have to go on to more medication to fix that. Because when you're on more medication, on a stronger medicine, you can still snack overnight, but it will reduce me from snacking every night when I feel like crap to hardly ever, like only once every, 2 or 3 or 4 weeks, something like that. But if I can do this without taking medication overnight, just, besides my iron and magnesium and that, if I can not snack each night without needing to take a medication to stop me from snacking every night, then that'll be good. But then there's hundreds of products, so they have to do an assessment to find out which medicine will work the best, because if I've got an intense headache and eating fixes it, then they'll have to put me on something that stops the headache from coming on overnight, so that I don't have to wake up to eat. And if it's a sugar-related issue, if it's low sugar, then they can fix that. They can get me to eat something really sweet before bed. I can eat something sweet before bed, but it needs to be like a type of food that lets the sugar level regulate the whole night. It can't just be like lollies and biscuits. It has to be something sweet with rice, like honey, soy, garlic, chicken and rice, or some, one sandwich and a couple of biscuits. Like, it has to be something that will make my body retain that sugar all night long, not just the sugar goes in and in 3 hours it's gone, So now me and the doctors are working all that out before I go on to any stronger medication. And I hope that next month I can tell you that I won't be on a different, stronger medication. So let's just see how it goes.
Settings. 1 new item. Dock. Safari. Phone. 3 new edit mode. Page 1 of 2. Adjuster. Page 2. CNA. Blindfold pyramid. Recorder HQ. Recorder HQ. Setting. Pause. Stop. Button.